So let me show you how building a CDM, a customer desire map, can increase your click-through rates by 20 to 50%. Now, I stole this from Daphne Tyburn, and she wrote a post about this on Growth Mentor. And Daphne has used this herself. She's done some awesome work. So Daphne was head of growth at Heights, helping them start and scale from 28k to 343k monthly recurring revenue in just 18 months. And she's also worked with a ton of other cool brands, which you can see here. So I've basically taken this and I've done this myself manually, and it is tedious. So if you do this manually, it can take a long time, basically. So I've gone through, I've pulled all of the reviews, and then I've categorized them into anxieties and problems, and then I've coded them. So I've done this all, and at the end you basically come out with which reviews came out most. And it takes a long time. It takes a long time to do. So let me just give you an overview of what you do on this. So this is review mining essentially. So what you do is you pull customer reviews and you segment them and you sort them into what's the most stated, and how a customer is talking about your product. Where are the problems at? Where are the benefits at? What alternatives have they spoken about? What channels are they coming through and stuff like that? And obviously, if you have your customers who are leaving reviews and you're using that as your pool of data, they are some of your best customers. So they can provide some of the best insights. Because generally speaking, if you're going to get feedback from customers, all the best stuff comes from the extreme. So the lower end and the higher end, obviously. And the customer reviews obviously sit at the higher end. So what I did is I took this concept and I broke it down and I structured it, and built a Claude skill around it. And I first ran it, and it worked pretty well the first time I just ran it raw. And I gave it, basically just fed in lots of customer reviews into Claude, and the output that it gave me looked good quality. But when you rerun it multiple times, the overlap was not the same. So the output was different, noticeably different every time, because the context just isn't there. It struggles because if you're putting in 1,000 reviews, the context window is just too big, basically. So I ended up making a multi-layer level structure to the skill. So it basically filters step by step. So it filters programmatically for a start, because if you run the filtering programmatically first, you can tag each statement and get pretty close, because the programmatic run using Python provides the accuracy, because run to run, the accuracy with Python is very, very consistent. And the AI suite basically afterwards provides the nuance of the detail of it. So if you run both together and you filter them, you get really good outputs. So I built this for Fussy. And it basically just pulls all the reviews, takes snippets out of each of the reviews, and then filters them into problems, anxieties, benefits, and then alternatives, channels, and feature requests and stuff like that, and then breaks it down beyond that to give you the insights. And you can use this across all copy, really, like email, ads. You can use it to guide conversion rate testing and stuff like that. So this is kind of the first step of something that I've been working on that I'm going to talk more about over the next few days and weeks, which is basically how to use AI to create quality first, V1s basically, and what context do you need, or does AI need to produce good quality outputs for V1 testing. And when I talk about this, I'm talking about what are the inputs you need to create good quality ads, good quality landing pages, good quality emails, drafts for V1s. And they don't need to be perfect, but having the plan and the structure there. And I wanted to start with the customer, because obviously this is step one, knowing your customer is step one to writing good copy. So yeah. And if you work at Fussy and you're interested in having this, then drop me a comment or a DM and I will send this over to you. Yeah, nice. Cheers.